Do you remember your first job? For most people, it was either in food service or retail. I think at some point in your life, everyone should work at least in one of these because you will learn a lot and you will experience a lot. For me, I work at a place called Mr. Burger. It's a fast food joint, and honestly, I really enjoy my job. I actually like going there. I enjoy my time with coworkers, and it's just overall such a good environment. The Mr. Burger franchise used to be a lot bigger than it is today, but after doing some research, I learned that there's only 5 Mr. Burgers left in existence. Now, they're not very close together. They're actually like 7 hours apart in distance. So I decided it'd be a really fun idea to visit all of them. Because I love my job so much, that's what we did today. Good morning! There's my boy. Hey, Caden.
Hold it straight. This is the first stop on our trip, Mr. Burger, Abilene, Texas. The one we were at last night, the one we go to every day.
That was it?
Not yet.
Alright, Drew, it's 8:06.
It's 8:06. We're a little
We're
behind
leaving
schedule.
just a little bit.
Not my fault. I got here on time.
This is Kate, our driver. Say hi, Kate.
Hello!
We're about almost an hour in, I'd say. I don't know, what time is it?
It's 56.
8:56. We're almost to Aspermont, which is an hour out now. Oh, look who's good. There it is.
Can I get to it?
We can park and walk across the street, or... So now our first stop was in Dimmitt, Texas, which is about 4 hours from where we live. This one, is a lot smaller than I expected, but very colorful on the outside. I actually learned that this one left the franchise a while ago, but still owns the name and uses it. So the menu's a little different, but for the most part, it's kind of the same. So for our first stop, it was really cool to see just a different environment from our regular Mr. Burger that we go to every day. Did you enjoy?
Mr. Burger number 1.
It's technically number 2.
6 out of 10.
What would you rate it?
I just wish I didn't have to eat all the time. It's a waste of time, quite honestly.
You got the nachos, man. So our second stop was only about 20 minutes from Dimmitt North in Hereford, Texas. This one is a lot smaller, and by a lot smaller I mean it's just a little shack on the side of the road. It's more like a Sonic where you kind of drive up your car and just maybe go get out and get the food, or you can just go through the drive-thru. This one was really cool to see. We didn't spend much time there. I actually got to talk to the owner, and he was pretty nice. The people were cool here. We actually really wanted ice cream here, but that's actually one of the things that they didn't serve. The menu is pretty much the same, but just a few differences. Welcome to Guymon, Oklahoma, which, fun fact, is where my boss grew up. Now this Mr. Burger is right across the street from where the original Mr. Burger was. It's a different building, but same town. This one was pretty cool. It's a lot different on the inside than I thought. And we actually got to try a couple things on the menu that we don't have, like barbecue chicken and something called the Cowboy Burger. So Drew has the barbecue chicken. Good? What would you rate that?
7.
How's the Cowboy Burger?
It's not actually like spicy, just spicier as expected. But just based on the first bite, like 7 or an 8.
7 or 8, just a little bit spicier.
Yeah.
Our last stop was about 20 minutes from Guymon in Hooker, Oklahoma. This Mr. Burger was also tied with something called a Taco Tico. Out of all the Mr. Burgers we visited today, I think this one was honestly my favorite. It's kind of small and nothing spectacular, but we met some people there that were our age in high school and college, and we just had a conversation with them. We honestly just spent about 2 hours here talking to these other people, other Mr. Burger employees, which is really cool to see and talk about our differences between the two Mr. Burgers. I also got to try a taco.
Good taco?
Yeah, pretty good taco. You want to try it?
This is the end of our journey. We are driving back home. Xander, how did you enjoy this trip?
Good.
You liked it, yeah? And how about you, Kate?
It was great.
Alright, good. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. And it's a little different than Life with Caden, but it was good. It was good. Bye.